Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's going to be Behind the Curtain episode 4, part number 3. So you got my Ronda Rousey shirt. So there's not that many news topics today. Again, we're also going to be doing a Q&A because thank you guys saved me for today because blame WWE, man, for not having that many damn news topics to talk about. So the ones we're going to talk about today would be The Rock confirms that WWE wanted him to be Ronda Rousey's tag team partner for a match and also another match. Oh my god, ESPN, what? People say I'm doing a video ESPN? That'd be damn important. Cares about Milwaukee Bucks. Alright, so we have another topic. I think we have like two, that's it. Jinder Mahal on being disappointed with his WrestleMania 33 role and his thoughts on his first WWE role. And then I think we have one more. Bruce Pitcher talks if Roman Reigns can be a top guy. So those are the only three topics we're going to be talking about today. And then we also have a Q&A. But you guys sent in some pretty decent questions, about 6 or 7 questions we'll go over. So, before we do our videos, we have a little intro. So, again, you guys are tweeting at me and you're saying, this one person tweeted at me. I don't want to blast his name out here, but he tweeted at me yesterday. He said, I don't see Roman Reigns winning at WWE Roman Rumble, what you call it, because Brock Lesnar just signed a new deal. Why would he give him the title for signing a new deal? Mike, which I'm not giving your full name, but his first name is Mike. Like I said in my previous videos, man, they sabotaged WrestleMania. They sabotaged the AJ Styles versus Nakamura match. You saw how bad that match was. They sabotaged, I also believe they sabotaged their main event. Which, for example, if Vince knew, thing here that gets me, if Vince knew Brock Lesnar had signed a new deal that day, why would they have Roman kick out of 6 F5s? You know what I'm saying? You just have Roman probably lose maybe 2 or 3 F5s. Okay, we knew that part. Then the next night on the next day, they released Roman Reigns gets a rematch at the Greatest Roman Rumble. First of all, Finn Balor, like I said, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins have not got a rematch for their belt that they lost. Okay? How does Roman Reigns get a rematch after he got pinned cleanly in the ring? 1, 2, 3. How does that evoke him getting a rematch because he took a beating? I've seen plenty of people. John Cena took a beating with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Did he get a rematch? No. Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman, did they take a beating from Brock Lesnar? Why come they didn't get a rematch? You know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns is getting a rematch because they knew at WrestleMania that he was going to get booed if he won the belt, which they should have done it anyways. They did it at 32. So what's the difference doing it at 34? So they're doing it over in Saudi Arabia because they know he's going to get cheered. But guess what? When he gets back over here, he's going to get booed. We don't care anyways. My thinking is this here. They should have just gave Roman the belt at WrestleMania. Let us get this Roman Empire terror over. If we can move on to Finn Balor winning, maybe Seth Rollins winning the belt, maybe Braun Strowman winning the belt. Let's just get Roman Reigns out of the way. That's my mindset was this whole time. But Vince wants to be all scared and chicken crap, and now to do it over in another country. You know what I'm saying? So that's the intro, guys. So we'll be back here for these couple new topics and we'll go over our Q&A. And I'll be wrapping up this week, and then we'll have another announcement for Friday.
Yeah.
DJ The Real.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's go ahead and get to these 3 new topics we get into this Q&A, which is a little bit pretty more interesting than these news topics. But let's go into it. First, we're going to get into The Rock confirms that WWE wanted him to work big WrestleMania 34 match. I hate how they title these things. Like, who would title this way? You would title this way, wouldn't you guys? The Rock confirms that WWE wanted him to work WrestleMania 34 match, not The Rock. They wanted The Rock to work a big WrestleMania 34 match. Just title he wanted. They wanted The Rock. They wanted The Rock to work a WrestleMania 34 match. Then they put big. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. The Rock was recently interviewed by Kiss FM UK to promote his new movie Rampage, which is pretty good. I already watched it. During the interview, he talked about how WWE Chairman Vince McMahon wanted him to be Ronda Rousey's tag team partner, which everybody in the whole world wanted you to be her tag team partner, not Kurt Angle. At WrestleMania 34 against Triple H and Steph McMahon. Here is what he had to say. Matter of fact, Vince and I were talking about 2 months ago, trying to figure out what I was going to do if I went back to WrestleMania. He pitched me the idea of being Ronda's tag team partner. that I'd get involved in a tag match with Ronda, who is, of course, incredible, and I'm very proud of her. We couldn't make it work this time because I was in Shanghai, but who knows down the line. So that's what The Rock has to say. Now, this was my ideas, guys. First of all, Kurt Angle, how much did he actually wrestle in the match? Maybe 4 or 5 minutes? I felt like 4 or 5 minutes. He like physically got involved. Again, whatever The Rock's insurance was, but you heard it from The Rock that he said he was doing promotion for Shanghai. And I also heard conflicting reports of that The Rock would have done it if they would have promoted his movie Rampage on TV during WrestleMania and also during Raw and SmackDown. For those days that he was going to miss, they would have promoted his movie on TV. But also John Cena got mad because if you're going to do that for The Rock, why come you're not promoting my movie, Blockers, which he was starring in? It came out, the week before WrestleMania? So it made perfect sense. If you're gonna do it for The Rock, you should have done it for John Cena. So they didn't do it for neither of them. So The Rock wasn't there. But my opinion was this: I would love to see The Rock be Ronda's partner. And it made more sense to me. Honestly, like I was telling you guys, if The Rock was Ronda's partner at WrestleMania 34, I think that would have been the main event. No matter what else happened on that show, even though we knew Brock. Well, we didn't know Brock was going to beat Roman, but if you knew ahead of time, say Vince McMahon knew ahead of time, there's no way that Ronda Rousey and The Rock is not your main event. I mean, the star power on that side is ridiculous. The Rock, Ronda Rousey, Triple H and Stephanie, that would have been the main event in my opinion, but we'll see what they're going to do. Okay, so if The Rock is going to be there next year in New York City, which WrestleMania is in New York next year, I mean, that's like the best place to promote anything is New York City. Let me go ahead and lay out this card in my opinion what it'll be. So we have Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, one of my plans. Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor for the Universal title. Cena versus Taker career match. Ronda versus Charlotte, women's title. Sasha versus Asuka. Samoa Joe versus dang it. See, that's the problem now with Samoa Joe being on SmackDown. I can't do Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman, which is a match I always wanted to see. But Strowman's on SmackDown. Strowman's on Raw. Samoa Joe, you know what? That would not be a bad idea to see Samoa Joe versus The Rock. But Samoa Joe's on SmackDown. You know The Rock's not going to be on no dang SmackDown. We all know that. Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. How about that? Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. So that's 6 matches. Okay, so that's pretty much your big 6 matches. You know Triple H wrestles every freaking year at WrestleMania. This should be the year. Yeah. Triple H versus The Rock this year in New York. Rock's last match or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. That's a pretty stacked card right there. Triple H versus The Rock. Joe versus AJ Styles. Bryan versus The Miz for the WWE title. The Universal title, Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. Sasha versus Asuka. Oh, I forgot. Sasha's on freaking Raw. Oh my God. Vince, why didn't you move Sasha to SmackDown? They had to find somebody for Asuka to face. That's true. Okay, how about this? Asuka versus Kairi Sane. So Kairi Sane probably brought it by then. So Asuka versus Kairi Sane, that's 5. And then the last one, which was Undertaker, Cena career match. That's your 6 big matches right there for WrestleMania 35. Vince, I just laid out your whole freaking card for you right there, bro. For next year already. A year ahead of time. Do it. All right, let's get into this 2 more topics before we do this Q&A. What was the other 2 topics we want to talk about? Bruce Pritchard talks if Roman Reigns can be a top guy. You know we got to talk about Roman Reigns. There can't be a show without Roman Reigns topics. So, Bruce Pritchard spoke with Sports News on his thoughts about the various topics. Here are the highlights. On Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has it. Roman Reigns is going to be the guy. He's got all the tools. Love him or hate him, they care about him. I have no problem with Roman Reigns being the next guy to take it to the next level because he's a stud. Okay, let's dissect this here now. Now, we all know Bruce Pritchard now is on the WWE Network. He's being promoted by WWE. His podcast is on there. Whenever a guy gets switched over to the WWE brand, you're getting that WWE paycheck. You gotta say things the way they want you to word them. Okay, let's break this down. Roman Reigns has it, which we all know he has it to be a heel. Okay, he's not a babyface. He should be a heel. Roman Reigns is going to be the guy. Okay, let's break that down. First of all, Bruce Pritchard. Braun Strowman is selling more merchandise than Roman Reigns. Rusev is selling more merchandise than Roman Reigns. The girl's shirt, who I have here, Ronda Rousey, is selling more merchandise than Roman Reigns. AJ Styles is selling more merchandise than Roman Reigns. Okay, we don't want to bury Roman too badly here. Okay, he has it to be the guy. Okay, let's continue. He's got all the tools. I think John Cena cuts a better promo than Roman Reigns. Samoa Joe damn sure cuts a better promo than Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman still cuts a better promo than Roman Reigns. Chris Jericho does. Triple H does. We don't want to bury Roman too much here. Let's continue on. Love him or hate him. Oh, to love him or hate him. Isn't that related with John Cena? Who is still your number one guy in your company? It ain't Roman Reigns, people. Let's continue down dissecting this. They care about him. Oh, Bruce, we don't care about Roman. The only reason we boo him because we don't want him in the spot that he's in. We don't care about Roman Reigns as a face, okay? Okay, wait, after he beats Brock Lesnar next Friday and he comes back on Monday, we'll see what his reaction is going to be, wherever they're at. I have no problem with Roman Reigns being the next guy. I do. Like I told you yesterday on Behind the Curtain, episode 2, Behind the Curtain, episode 4, part 2, we dissected The Rock saying Ricochet is the future of the company. Which, if you guys not have watched many Ricochet matches, watch his match from this week on NXT. Okay, like I said, Ricochet. I have Ricochet ahead of Roman Reigns. Hell, even Drew McIntyre, bro. Drew McIntyre. Ciamis, even I think Ciamis could be. Dude, with Selena Vega, come on. But the guy always say, Aleister Black. Once he gets called up there, man, you're over, Roman. You are over. There's no way you cannot push Aleister Black, bro. Okay, next guy. He can push it to the next level. No. Samoa Joe is pushing it right now to the next level. Okay? Samoa Joe's pushing the next level envelope right now. So, I don't hate Roman. I'm telling you guys, if he was a heel, listen, look what's on SmackDown. Look what's on Raw. You have Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bobby Roode, McIntyre. Those are like your big 7 guys on Raw. Out of those 7s, you have McIntyre, Owens, Zayn, Rollins, all cut better promos than he does. They all cut better promos than he does, okay? So, turn the dude heel. Jesus Christ. You know what I would say? Turn him heel, have Bobby Roode be his, you know what? Oh, matter of fact, would be even better. Yes, listen, if you want to get Roman Reigns over, this is what you do. I'm always helping you guys out. Vince, with my ideas. Turn Bobby Roode heel. Have Roman Reigns be his bodyguard. I know you wouldn't do that, Vince, but turn Bobby Roode heel. Have Roman Reigns be his bodyguard. Bobby Roode can win the belt. Push that the whole envelope. You have Seth Rollins intertwined with Bobby Roode. Like, Roman, what are you doing, bro? You were always your own guy. You could do a storyline like that with Roode being Roman Reigns being Roode's bodyguard and Seth Rollins feud all the way throughout the whole summer or whatever you want until Dean Ambrose comes back. And then later down the line, Roman Reigns turns on Bobby Roode. Jesus, Vince, just pay me. I'm trying to help you out, Vince, but you don't want to listen to us fans. Don't listen to us fans. Tell me that would not be a great storyline, guys. All right, before we get into this Jinder Mahal discussion, what he was on Lily Garcia's podcast. CM Punk is on the UFC 225 fight poster, which he's fighting soon. So just let you guys know about that. Let's get to this Jinder Mahal discussion, and we get into these Q&As and wrap up to today's episode. Jinder Mahal being disappointed with his WrestleMania 33 role and his first WWE title run. So he was on Lily Garcia's podcast. Let's just go ahead and dissect what he had to say. Now, before we break down this, okay, I always thought, guys, when he first beat Randy Orton, I think my reaction is still on the dang YouTube, is on my channel. When he pinned Randy Orton and won the WWE title, I was like, no, they did not do that. Okay, Mahal's first couple weeks with the title, I was like, okay. But after he beat Orton again, then he beat Orton with the help of Great Khali. Was that at Battleground? The worst pay-per-view of the whole year? Oh my God, that show was terrible. Okay. And then they had the audacity of having Mahal pin Nakamura. I was like, no, they did not just do that. That's when you ruin SmackDown. That's when you start losing fans and interest. I always thought Mahal should have been the U.S. champion. That fit him so betterly. And you could have put Rusev as this. You could have put Rusev in Mahal's slot. You put Mahal in U.S. title, and they could have been stable. Come on, Vince. All right, this is what Mahal, what he has to say. On being disappointed in his WrestleMania 33 role. It was cool, definitely. But part of me, I'll be lying if I'd say I wasn't disappointed in the way, because I wanted to be on the main show. Oh yeah, WrestleMania 33. I forgot. I was like, WrestleMania 33? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, last year when he lost to freaking Mojo Rawley. I wanted to be on the main show. Actually, one of the things that I did in this last year is what I write down my goals. Every day I wrote down my main eventing, WrestleMania, along with writing 10-time world champion. Oh my God. Don't ever think about it, Mahal. Never be a 10-time world champion. Don't ever write that down. I have all these goals. I write down what my net worth is going to be, how many properties I'd like to own. Every day I write down this. Mahal said, one of my main goals is main eventing WrestleMania, which will never happen. It won't. Sorry, Mahal. It will never happen. Right now, I write 10-time world champion before I become WWE champion. I used to write down become a champion in WWE because I was so low on the card to even hold a championship in the WWE. I would think that it would be so cool. I can be Intercontinental champion, U.S. champion, but I should have written become a world champion. I'm a firm believer that if you put it on paper and it reminds you to work hard every day, especially even if you write down your goals. Okay, yeah, true. Okay, Mahal, you don't worry, you will not be a 10-time world champion, and you won't main event WrestleMania. So at least you accomplished 2 of your goals: U.S. champion and WWE champion. So congrats on doing that, bro. On his first WWE run, I knew that I had a good shot of coming back. I was on SmackDown TV when I was 24. I was released when I was 27. I came back at 29. A lot of people didn't get signed until they are my age. And right now, it's true. Yeah, 29. That's, yeah. I don't know how old Samoa Joe is. Let me see this. Hey, Siri. How old is Samoa Joe?
Samoa Joe is 39.
Dang, Samoa Joe's 39? Oh. Hey, Siri. How old is AJ Styles?
AJ Styles is 40.
Dang. Hold up. One more. Hey, Siri. How old is Triple H?
Triple H is 48.
Triple H is 48. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of true, Jinder, because Jinder said people don't get signed until they're 29. So Samoa Joe is 30. AJ is 40. Woo! Yeah, that's kind of true, Mahal. Okay, let's continue this. But right now, I'm living a better life. Experience now, Mahal said. That's one thing that I lacked back then. I went from college to the WWE. I didn't have a real life or any real life experience. I'm very fortunate and very lucky, but I also miss learning a lot of lessons. The mistakes people make in their day-to-day jobs. I was making those mistakes, but now I'm fortunate to know what I didn't know. True, Mahal. But again, like I said, Mahal should have been swapped spots with Rusev. Mahal should have been U.S. champion. Rusev should have been WWE champion. Like I said, if Rusev had the Rusev Day pop and it was feuding with Nakamura, I don't think we'd have been like too disappointed. And I sure heck doubt your shows would have been empty like they were when Mahal was your champion. So that's it right now, guys, for the Behind the Curtain episode 4, part number 3. That's all the topics we had to talk about here. Let's go ahead and jump into these Q&A. We have 7 questions. I'll go ahead and shout you guys out. So let's just go ahead and get into these Q&A questions. First, hear from John. John says, hey, James, who do you think should main event WrestleMania 35 if you're booking the show? Who I think should main event WrestleMania 35? Like I said, if they plan it out the way I'm saying it, The Miz wins the Money in the Bank, Dan Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. That's what I would go ahead and do because I think they could carry the show and they could have a great match. But with my honest opinion, what they're planning, to me also, if you're booking this show, WrestleMania 35, I mean, it's a year out. It's a year out. If reports are whatever they're going to think of doing is Undertaker versus Cena career versus career match, let's say Cena pins Undertaker, or let's just say Taker pins Cena. In my opinion, I always say this: if it's a career versus career match, even WrestleMania 24, when Ric Flair lost, I mean, yeah, Undertaker pinned Edge, but I always think those moments should be the main event. Like I'm saying, they always should be the main event. Even when Shawn Michaels retired WrestleMania 26, they got it right. I'm just saying, if it's a career versus career match, that should main event the show. But I mean, if they're gonna really try to main event Ronda versus Charlotte, You have to make people really care and be invested into it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd go with The Miz versus Daniel Bryan if it was me. Main event WrestleMania 35. All right. Tim here says, James, do you think Raw should go back to 2 hours if they reportedly get this deal with Fox? Okay, so if you guys do not know out there, Fox right now is currently might lose UFC's deals, and they might. There were reports last week of UFC being signed to ESPN, and then that Fox needed a new show to replace UFC. So the reports of UFC's, Fox's interest in buying WWE and having them come over there, and the reports would be that Raw would be the 2 hour show on Fox, and then Fox Sports wouldn't have the SmackDown Live, which, again, you would have to be 2 hours because, again, your 11 o'clock news comes on, so there's no way there'll be any run over time. So, that's what I would say. I hope Fox does get them so we can go back to 2 hours, but I would just hate that being that SmackDown Live has a better roster and they'll be on Fox Sport 1, which would be kind of dumb, but it depends what happens with UFC. If UFC gets bought out by ESPN, that'd be cool, but we'll see what happens. All right, next topic here. Oh, James, that's me. James says, hey, what's your current thoughts on Bayley and Sasha not being moved to SmackDown during the shakeup? I was thoroughly shocked that neither of them moved over. I hadn't said you move Bayley and Sasha. Just move them both over there. They can continue their feud on SmackDown because, like I'm saying, right now, besides Asuka, Charlotte should have moved, but whatever. Well, she's there. So you have Asuka, Charlotte, Peyton Royce. I really don't include Billie Kay because she's not a great wrestler, but you still have Becky and I think Naomi, right? So those are your 5 women. You need some more women. More than 5 women. So I'm surprised that Bayley and Sasha didn't move over. Thoroughly surprised, but they're still on Raw. So, a couple more questions here. Sam, okay? So this is a pretty interesting question, Sam. Sam says, right now in NXT, who do you see the future will be at NXT? Now that you have Aleister Black as champion, Adam Cole as champion, you still have Velveteen Dream, and you have Ricochet there. Who do you see to be in the future? Oh no, he also said you still have Gargano there. Who do you see being the future of NXT? It's a very intriguing question you have there, Sam. That's a tough question. It's a very tough question because I'm thinking my mind right now is just rolling. My Aleister Black, I think, will probably be done after Brooklyn, New York. Same thing with Adam Cole. You had to move down. You probably had to move them up too. But me knowing Triple H, the way this guy's mind works, I think Aleister Black will still probably be down there until next year's WrestleMania. So Undisputed. And so probably will be Velveteen Dream. So I think the future would, I agree with The Rock. Ricochet, man. I see him right now if I'm Triple H. I'm building towards Ricochet versus Adam Cole. Like the group that's trying to put down Ricochet, and Ricochet has to fight off Undisputed to get to the main title. I think it'll be, Ricochet versus Adam Cole next year's WrestleMania in New York. Book it. Damn, I'm good. Book that shit. I'm good. All right, we got 2 more questions here, then that'll be it for today's podcast. What kind of question is this? Are you serious, bro? We'll go ahead and answer this. This comes from Drake. Drake says, with Ronda Rousey now breaking Stephanie McMahon's arm, who do you see Ronda Rousey feuding with at SummerSlam? It would have to be the person she broke the arm from. That's just my mindset. Well, they are building out towards, I guess, a Natalya versus Ronda match, but does that scream SummerSlam? No offense, Natalya's a great worker, but it doesn't scream SummerSlam in my opinion. It doesn't scream SummerSlam. I guess they'll probably do this. They'll probably have Ronda versus Natalya, and then Stephanie's in Natalya's corner. I guess that's what they'll do. It's just bad. I'm trying to think. What would you do with Ronda at SummerSlam if it's not her with Stephanie again? Or I guess they'll probably do that. Yeah, that's what they'll probably do. Ronda versus Stephanie. Ronda versus Natalya, Stephanie in Ronda's corner. Some junk like that they'll do. All right, last question here from Leroy. Leroy says, WrestleMania 35 is in New York City, but where would you have WrestleMania take place in the next 5 years? It's a pretty damn good question to round out today's episode. Okay, because you guys know I live here in Tampa. The way I work is like, I'd like to be able to get to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to New Orleans this year because it was just way too expensive to get there and get back. So, Okay, it's a great question. So, my 5 places where I would like to see WrestleMania be at next future. Okay. So, we all know WrestleMania 36 is probably going to take place next year in Minnesota because I heard the Triple H and Vince, they're going to be scouting the stadium for next year. So, it'll probably be next year in Minnesota, WrestleMania 36. Woohoo. Okay. But if it's my 5 places, okay, this is me. Right now, number 1, I'll be Atlanta, Georgia. Because if you guys did not see the title game with Georgia versus Alabama, that stadium is ridiculous out there in Atlanta, the new stadium they have. So, number 1 will be Atlanta. Number 2, I always thought of why come they never did a WrestleMania in Charlotte? You know, they always say, oh, Ric Flair, woo, 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 woo. Why not Charlotte? I heard Charlotte's like very nice, because my cousin lives there in Charlotte. I heard it's very nice, downtown is. Why not Charlotte? The Panther Stadium could fit WrestleMania. That stadium is there. It does need some renovation, though, in Charlotte, but that'll be a pretty good place. So, Charlotte. 3, San Diego. I mean, the stadium in San Diego is pretty nice, too. 4, by this time, if it's 4, the new Ram Stadium is going to be in L.A. That thing is going to look ridiculous in L.A. That stadium will look ridiculous in L.A. So, L.A. Definitely would love to go Mania in L.A. That'd be kind of crazy. Number 5, always UK. I mean, yeah, the time difference would be different, but you're going to Saudi Arabia, okay? Vince, you can do a UK Mania. Now, the perfect place would be, to me, I mean, everybody's like, Wembley Stadium. Wembley can hold, what, 80,000 people? But that'd be ridiculous in the UK. Hey, that'd be ridiculous. So, those are my 5 right there. But if I'd added 6, one more, Canada. Somewhere in Toronto. Outside. At the freaking, where the Toronto Blue Jays play. I think it's nice, too. So, again, guys, if it's ever type of like a short episode where I don't have that many topics to talk about, I have to tell you guys, send in some more questions so we can do it next time again. So, this is amazing. Thanks for the questions, guys. So don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe. Catch you guys back here for some more videos. I'll see what I can find here on YouTube. So have a blessed day.
Yeah.
DJ Darrell.
The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?